If someone else out there has achieved what you want, it means that you can have it too. And what I want to tell you today is the how is not your part to figure out. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. If this is your first time watching, welcome. My name's Lisa. I'm a beauty and fashion influencer and a mindset coach and the founder of Abundance Queen Academy. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Like this video right now. If you want to be featured on my Instagram stories, all you need to do is post a story watching this video, tag me at Coco Lili, and you have a chance to get featured on my story. So today I want to talk about something a little bit more personal, and I'm gonna get right into it because the truth is, a lot of people always tell me like, I want to do what you do and you're such a big inspiration. I was not meant to live this life of freedom, of working from home, of being able to help millions of women, millions of people around the world. And you know, for me, I'm just getting started, but I'm just like letting you guys know like the road to that led me here. I wasn't dealt the cards to be here. I had to do so much mindset work. When I told people back in the day I wanted to do YouTube and I wanted to impact the world, like people just laughed at me. If you desire to live a quiet life, whatever that looks like for you, that's completely fine. But if you are one of those people that you just know you're here to make an impact, you're here for bigger things, but you don't really know how that will ever happen. And what I want to tell you today is the how is not your part to figure out, because sometimes we want something so badly, but we don't know how we'll ever get there. But the how is not your part to figure out. All you have to do, it's so simple, you guys. All you have to do is make a decision. Make a decision today that you are committed. No matter what shows up, you are committed. And you won't give up. That's literally all you need is one decision. You're literally one decision away from your best life. And Bob Proctor often talks about this, where he's like, I love him because he's so extreme and he challenges people's minds. And if you desire to buy a house, but you haven't bought it yet, why'd you need the money for? You don't need the money. You haven't even made the decision yet. The money comes once you made the decision. And I know that may trigger some people, that may make people angry. And I have seen this over and over again in other people's lives, in my life, where the minute you just make that committed decision, things are already starting to shift. Maybe the course that you bought, the coaching that you have invested in, it hasn't even started yet, but you're already feeling the change inside, right? I talked about this on my Instagram as well. I had an appointment for a facial and I was like, do I really need to have that facial today? It was like 180 euros, so not super expensive, but I thought like, do you really need this? Like, it's kind of just a luxury, you know? Like my inner doubter came out, and I listened to my intuition and this voice said, just go, like, just treat yourself today. You deserve it. How many of us don't treat ourselves enough? I went to the appointment. I decided to shut that inner voice, that inner doubter, that inner, do you really need this? I decided to just, thank you for sharing, but I won't listen to you. And I went. And literally as I got out of the appointment, in the 30 minutes after, I received a payment of 197 euros. That's not coincidence, guys. That's being in alignment with your desires, and that's what happens when you make a decision. For me, it was just a decision to go to my facial appointment, but the beauty of this is it doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter how big it is, it's just a matter of principle, and it's just a matter of making a decision. There are God-given laws that rule this universe. Gravity works whether you weigh 90 pounds or whether you weigh 200 pounds. It's not a matter of how big or small your desire is. It's a matter of, are you making the decision? Are you fully committed? Do you know that you're worthy of it? Do you really feel that inside you are worthy. Because if you exist right now, and if you're watching this video, you are alive and you exist, that means you're worthy. We are all worthy of whatever it is that we desire. If it's love, if it's being able to support your family, if it's create the most beautiful life for yourself. And I always get so emotional when I say that, because you know, I had to work through so much stuff. I come from an abusive background, and you know, I felt so unworthy because of that. I felt like there was something wrong with me, and I worked through it, and I'm still learning to open up and share about these experiences, because I guess I don't want to drag people down because it's such a serious topic. But if I don't share my story, like how you may have gone through something that is so terrible, you've never even told anyone about it, or you're so ashamed about yourself, but someone out there has gone through the exact same thing, I can guarantee you that. And just by sharing your story, and her probably, or him, seeing that you overcame that you're still standing, that you're still crushing it, is just proof that no matter what we are born in, all of that doesn't matter, because God created us all equally. You can overcome anything. Any thoughts that you have about yourself that are limiting, I always look at what does God say about me? Do you know what God says about you? God says that you were created in His image. You're created in God's image. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm not making this up. This is scripture. So this is who He thinks. He loves you. He loves you so much that He was willing to die for you so that you could be free. And you're still living in captivity because of your beliefs, because you think you're not worthy, because you think you're undeserving, not smart enough, not pretty enough. It's all like freedom it's all available to you. There's a scientist who made this experiment with fleas, and he put fleas in a jar and the fleas kept jumping out. So he put a lid on the jar and he kept them in for like 2 weeks. After those 2 weeks, he took the lid off, and what he noticed was once the lid was off, the fleas they stopped jumping out of it, even though they were free, because they had learned through experience that they couldn't go any higher. And so sometimes our experiences keep us from going higher, from reaching out for more freedom in life, for more love, for more impact, for more beauty in our lives and more freedom, just because of a bad experience. And then we limit ourselves, and then we think, I can't do it. I can't go there. It's not happening for me. Well, I'm here to tell you that it can happen for you, and if someone else out there has achieved what you want, it means that you can have it too. They're not any different from you. Like, we are all equally worthy. And this is what I teach in my Abundance Queen Academy, where we really get rid of all the mental blocks that keep you stuck around money and fulfilling relationships, and how to attract you the things that you desire from a feminine empowerment place. We start on the inside, because our lives are truly the reflection of who we are on the inside, and I can't stress this enough. Our inner reality is always mirrored back to us in our outer reality. And if you don't think that that's true, you know, you can totally try to keep doing what you always done, but chances are high things are not really gonna change. So the how really isn't our part to figure out. Let's say you want to drive from Texas to Los Angeles. In the GPS, you're going to put in your destination, but you're not going to worry about the how. You're not going to worry about what exact roads you're going to take on that road. You're just going to trust that you'll be led there. And so in the same way, all we need to do is make a decision, and that's the beauty of grace. Once you make a decision, things naturally fall into place. And I talk a lot about manifesting your deepest desires, but there is such a sweet dance between letting God know what you want and visualizing it and acting as if it's already happened, having faith and believing it and just doing all the work. the mindset work, but then also surrendering and just letting God do the rest. Because things will start to flow, things will start to shift. I can promise you that. It's so much more about receiving rather than taking. So I have just barely scratched the surface in this video. If you want to dive deeper, I highly encourage you to join my Abundance Queen Academy. It's my baby. I love it so much. And my students are getting the most amazing results inside of Abundance Queen Academy. They're getting raises, they're getting job promotions, they're manifesting money out of nowhere. They're making new friends, their relationships are improving. So I highly recommend you join. I also offer one-on-one coaching now. I have very limited spots, but if you're interested, I'll also put that down below. And I've also created for you my manifesting accelerator, which is down below, which are 20 steps on how to manifest the desires of your hearts. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.